happened to American Girl's first Muslim doll? When this rumor first surfaced, American Girl did not do well at squashing these rumors. In fact, several people claimed that they encouraged these speculations, but as the years passed, nothing has happened yet. Is there still hope for American Girl to release a Muslim doll? Hello everyone, and welcome back to Murray Grace Spills the Tea. This is the show where I discuss all the news surrounding American Girl. So let's get started. When images of the Eid at Fitter outfit were leaked, people were ecstatic. The outfit, among others, were designed to celebrate holidays from cultures across the globe, and also included a Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Diwali, and Lunar New Year outfit. People praised American Girl for creating this inclusive line of doll clothes. Around the same time, American Girl released the first wave of World by Us dolls in 2021, a line of dolls that were inspired by many global movements that strove for diversity and representation. In this line, there was McKenna, a black girl who had a passion for fashion, Yvette, who was half black and half white, who cares deeply for the environment, and Maritza, a Latina doll who enjoys playing soccer. This line was praised and heavily criticized by collectors. Initially, it was praised for its attempt at diversity, but as the line progressed, people began to have some criticisms for how American Girl approached the line. Now, I have been requested to make an entire video on this, which I will, eventually. Sometime. It just feels like with the nature of doll news and leaks, there's this pressure to post as soon as you can when new information arises. So video topics like the controversy surrounding Yvette get put on the back burner. But in short, Yvette was supposed to look like this. She had dark brown hair and brown eyes, very different from the Yvette we know with blonde hair and gray eyes. It was rumored that AG did this as a way to create a blonde doll they knew would sell well. I have mentioned this on my channel before, and I've always met with someone stating that they worked for American Girl or the American Girl store and saw many people purchasing blonde dolls over other dolls, even if the dolls looked nothing like them or their child. I did mention this in my ranking blonde dolls video, that statistically blonde-haired people across the globe is a minority, and how if we look purely at the statistics, there's more blonde dolls in the American Girl line than is represented in the US population. There's either two options here. People truly want blonde dolls more often than other dolls, or B, American Girl is afraid this is the case, and therefore they are very hesitant to release dolls of color. We even saw this hesitation with Claudie, since she was released quietly and had a hint only a few days before her release. Meanwhile, the twins had a silhouette in the American Girl stores only a few days after Covey's release. It is a fact that Courtney and Isabel and Nikki received so much more attention compared to Claudie from American Girl, and at this point it is undeniable. But I think this is a self-fulfilling prophecy from American Girl, and they are afraid that dolls of color won't sell, so they don't promote them and they don't sell. It is very strange that Claudie and the twins are only released 4 months apart, and it is as if they were scared that Claudie wouldn't sell. Let's not also forget that they released and rebranded the Truly Mean line only a few days after the release of Claudie, which gave her more competition, and the timing is just a little bit fishy. But this is not the only criticism of the line. In the books, Maritza knows someone who is about to be deported. In the stop motion show on YouTube, this person is sick with cancer, completely changing the meaning of the story. This is another example of American Girl wanting to have his cake and eat it too, which is a metaphor I hate because why would you get cake and not want to eat it? But I don't know how else to describe the situation. It is like they want points for being diverse and only committing to the story halfway. Let's just say the World by Us line is not without controversy, and the key question here is, will American Girl continue to push through these controversies, or will they give up the line entirely? And that's what I will be discussing next. Will American Girl release a Muslim doll? According to my research, although there is many conflicting sources, there is 3 current names that are still active for a possible World by Us characters. This does not include the name for the rumored girl year 2024, Leila Monetti, which I have talked about on this channel before. So if you want to know everything we know so far about the girl year for 2024, check out my video here. Link will be in the description, but the rumor is that she will be Italian and possibly like Grace, where she travels to Italy. The 3 names which are unaccounted for are Fahari, AV, and Araceli. There is currently no last name for these characters, meaning they are more likely to be dropped by American Girl. However, this isn't always the case because there have been characters like Corinne, Gwen, Isabel, and Nikki who did not have last names until later, and they very much exist today. meaning these names could be still in development or dropped entirely. But as I mentioned in my video about Ning, the rumored Asian 1800s historical doll, Bryant was a dead trademark before he became a Willie Boucher character, so this doesn't mean to lose all hope yet. Fahari is rumored to be the Muslim American Girl doll. When you Google the name, 3 possibilities come up. Number 1, it's an Arabic Muslim name, 2 is a Hebrew Jewish name, or 3 is an Italian name. If it's Arabic, it means happy. If it's Hebrew, it means joy. So they have similar meaning. So based on my research, it could be either a Jewish character or a Muslim character, which either would be fantastic for representation in the World by Us line. That being said, including the new twins Nikki and Isabel, there have been 4 Jewish American girls, including Lindsay, the girl year 2021, Rebecca, the historical from 1914, and Nikki and Isabel from the 1990s. However, there hasn't been a Muslim American Girl doll, so people were very excited. As for the other names, Avi is an English or Gaelic or Hebrew name, so it could be either another Jewish character or an English or Irish character, which would be very cool, since my heritage is Irish and Nellie is one of my favorites. Araceli is a name of Spanish origin, so it could either be Latina or a Hispanic character. So what is going on with Fahari? Well, this is where it gets into the territory of me being online too much, having conversations with people on social media, and not taking screenshots because I just don't think of it. Which makes sense, because when you talk to someone, you aren't necessarily thinking, how can I make a video about this? In the summer of 2021, I was talking to a woman in a Facebook group, and she was telling me, or the whole group, I can't remember, but she was a Muslim woman working for American Girl to create more Muslim representation. And when I asked her if there was going to be a Muslim doll, she said something along the lines of she was currently in talks with American Girl to make a Muslim doll a reality. Now, this was before the holiday celebration outfits came out, so this might have been what she was referring to, which would be really cool for me considering it shows that American Girl actually works with real life people to create their products instead of just reading a whole bunch of books and articles. So I don't know if this is enough proof that I'm not lying. I could be misremembering things, but I'm not lying or being misleading on purpose. Anyways, Fahari is still active, and my link will be in the description, so I have no idea how accurate this site is, but it says the trademark is still active. Now let's talk about how important a Muslim American Girl would be. And again, like I say in a lot of my videos, I'm white and not a person of color or part of a religious minority, and I'm not trying to take away from the voices of the people whose minorities I'm not part of. But sometimes I need to talk about these things to give people who have no idea how important this is, to give them a little bit of context to see how big of a deal a Muslim American Girl would be. So I read this article from American Muslim Today by Yasmina Blackburn, and she talks about working with American Girl for accurate Muslim representation after her child was struggling in school after other religions and cultures were being represented but not her. After reaching out to American Girl asked if she wanted to be an advisor for Muslim representation, and Blackburn said yes. And she admits in the article she helped with the Eid al-Fitr outfit. Blackburn mentions this outfit was a huge success, receiving over 50 5-star reviews in the first week of the outfit being launched. This is important because this shows that people are willing to buy the product, so there would be a market for a Muslim doll. Now, I have one point that wasn't mentioned in the article, but I feel like it needs to be said. For some context, I used to work in an educational toy store that sold science kits and things like that, and we did have a few different kinds of dolls, and the amount of parents who would return dolls of color that their child received as gifts from classmates or grandparents was crazy. Their response was always, "This is important for other little children, but not mine," implying that only children of color benefit from dolls of color, which is not true. Dolls represent society, and by only having a child play with dolls that look like them, this is enforcing that they are the standard, and then everyone that looks like them is other or different, creating hostility when they go to schools, playgrounds, and eventually the workplace. If they are not exposed to the concept that people are different from them, that they can still be friends, classmates, and coworkers and still get along and have a good time with them, they will enter into the world prejudiced against people who are different. The truth is, people have been interacting with people of different cultures and ethnicities for centuries, and this is not going to go away anytime soon. So creating a bubble where children only see toys and characters that look like them is doing them a disservice because it's not showing the realities of the world. My point is, too many people focus on if there is enough Muslims in the US that would buy this doll. But the question is, what would this doll teach non-Muslims about their cultures and tradition? How can this doll create an environment where we don't shy away from people who are different from us, but strive to get to know them better? A doll that is different from the norm is not just for people of that group the doll is part of, but is for everyone to grow and learn more. If you are Muslim and have thoughts on this doll, make sure to leave it in the comment section below. And everyone, please be polite and respectful. With a line like American Girl, and considering the hundreds of dolls that have been created in the past years, there's not too much to ask for everyone to feel represented. If you want more updates on American Girl leaks and news, make sure to subscribe. Check out my Murray Grace Spills the Tea playlist and follow my Instagram for more. Bye for now.